Hi guys, Chuck here again, and as I said, this next video I want to talk about the different kinds of ketosis. Pardon me if you see a cattail going across in the video. My cat, Cosette, is looking for some attention right now. She's not going to get it because she's just an attention monger. Anyhow, yeah, ketosis. There's a myth out there. I think people think ketosis, maybe they know something about it and they think, yeah, ketosis, it's that diet where you can eat as much fat as you want and some meat and start to lose weight. And maybe they don't really believe it because it kind of goes contrary to everything they've been taught for as long as they've lived, which I understand. A lot of it seems to be counterintuitive. But let's go over some of those things. First of all, it is not running out and eating sticks of butter. There's a term that I heard while listening to a YouTube video by Dr. Stephen Finney called Well Formulated Ketogenic Diet, WFKD. And I thought that was a really great term. It helped to make more sense of what kind of diet it is. Well formulated. What that means is that you're not, yes, you want fat in your body. Fat is what your body is going to be burning instead of carbohydrates. And so you want to kind of encourage the fat intake. There are different kinds of fat. Some fats are better than others. And so therefore you need to be cognizant of the kind of fats that you're consuming. For example, butter is good. Margarine is straight out. Any kind of fake butter, I can't believe it's not better. Well, I can't believe you'd be eating it. But then, like I said, butter is good, but you can get like grass-fed butter, which is better. That's the best as far as butter. There are oils that are good for you. Olive oil is great. Avocado oil, coconut oil is good. Sesame oil, good. Any of the oils that really haven't been processed a lot. What's bad? Vegetable oil, soybean oil, canola oil, anything that's gone through a long, rigorous pasteurization process. Usually these would be oils that are very widely and highly used in cooking. So probably if you have vegetable oil in your cabinet, avoid it. Get some good olive oil, maybe some coconut oil, sesame oil, or better yet, avocado oil. That'd be good. You want to eat a balanced diet, not just fat. You want to have your fat coming from proteins for the most part. Fat from meats is great. And there's different kinds of meat that have different levels of fat. Fish, in the fish family, salmon would be probably the best, which is too bad because I really don't like salmon. But that's okay. Other fish have good amounts of the kind of protein that you want. Tuna being a good example. I love tuna, but not so much salmon. Meats, a fattier cut of meat like a ribeye, which is great because that's the best cut of steak that you can get. Is a good thing, and if you cook that ribeye in some grass-fed butter, that's great. But at the same time, instead of just the proteins and fat, you also want to get your nutrients in, which come in the form of vegetables. And so a well-formulated ketogenic diet includes a lot of vegetables. And so a good ketogenic meal would include, my favorite would be a steak and a big salad and maybe some roasted asparagus. Delicious, perfect. Loaded with fat and protein. You can eat as much as you want until you're not hungry anymore, and you're in good shape. So that's what you want to be doing. You'll probably hear different terms like dirty keto and clean keto. The meal I just talked about would be a clean keto meal. A dirty keto meal would be one of my favorites, which would be like buffalo wings, regular hot buffalo wings that have been fried in an oil and coated in Frank's hot sauce. That's the traditional buffalo wing, and those are delicious. Technically, they're keto, but they are probably what I would call dirty keto. because probably they're fried in a not so healthy fat. And well, that would be the biggest reason. They're fried in a not so healthy fat. So that's it. So yeah, you can do the wings on keto. It'll slow your weight loss down because of that, because of the fat issue. So that's really kind of all I want to talk about, the different kinds of keto. Well formulated ketosis diet is what you're looking for. And the other thing to talk about the ketosis is essentially it's eating non-processed foods. That makes it kind of simple. If you think about, if you go through your grocery store, mainly the non-processed foods are the foods that you'll find around the perimeter. Usually you go in and the first thing you'll see is the produce department, and those are good. But nowadays you'll see the produce broken down into regular produce and then organic produce. And the organic is always more expensive. And we later on in a different video, we'll talk about the cost of a keto diet and the myth that it's far more expensive, and we'll disprove why it's not quite so expensive. But anyways, you'll see the produce right there in the front, and then if you go to the back, you'll see the meat department along the wall usually. And if you go to the right or to the left, you'll find the dairy department. Really that's, then to either one of those sides, you'll find the seafood, which is, those are the only areas you really should be shopping, unless the department has a health food section. But we'll talk about the health food sections later on too, because they are deceiving at best. So, anyways, so we will talk more about the different kinds of keto diet and the non-processed foods that you'll want to be eating. So thank you for tuning in. And next up, we'll talk about, let's talk about asparagus, and then we'll also talk about different coffees and maybe some artificial sweeteners that maybe you might want to use, or more importantly, not use. Thanks for tuning in, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.